Namaste friends. Today I would be talking to you about combustion of fuel and fuel injection systems in CI engines or diesel engines. Combustion of fuel is quite complicated process. It has to be carried out successfully. By successful combustion, we mean that fuel is burnt completely. Operating engine at high speed allows very little time for the combustion of fuel. A successful combustion, when fuel is burnt completely, makes the running of engine economical. It also improves the exhaust from engine and makes it less harmful. Therefore, it is essential to understand the process of combustion in engine. Combustion process can be divided into three phases. These are: number 1, delay period; number 2, period of flame development and combustion; and number 3, period of final phase of combustion. Diagram refers to a graph showing three phases of combustion. X-axis represents crankshaft rotation and Y-axis represents pressure. Delay period. This begins when piston is about to complete the compression stroke. Precisely in terms of crankshaft rotation, piston is 15 degree behind TDC. The value of 15 degree may be different for different engines. Ignition is initiated at this point. Fuel ignites and flame formation begins. The process is very quick. Duration of delay period is 10 degree in terms of crankshaft rotation. As engine is operating at high speed, it may be realized that 10 degree of crankshaft rotation takes only few milliseconds if measured in terms of time. Delay period is represented from point 1 to point 2 on the curve. If delay period were long, line 2, 3 in graph would be steeper. This causes engine knock. Factors that influence duration of delay period are: A, shape of combustion chamber; B, nature of fuel; C, temperature and pressure of compressed air; and D, initial rate of fuel injection. Therefore, in a way, all these factors determine the possibility of knock in diesel engine. The second phase of combustion process consists of flame development and combustion of fuel. It is represented from point 2 to point 3 on the curve. The pressure rise is sharp as can be observed. It starts with flame propagation. The flame propagates and spreads in whole combustion chamber. This causes the combustion of fuel. Flame formation after ignition, its propagation and process of combustion take some time to complete, though flame propagation and combustion occur rapidly. Time taken by processes to complete is few milliseconds. These processes occur approximately at constant volume. Final phase of combustion. It is represented by point 3 to point 4 in the diagram. It occurs with further spraying of fuel. During this phase, combustion process is completed. Generally, combustion process occurs haphazardly. Ideally, it should occur in controlled manner. For better control on combustion, curve should be as flat as possible. It may be noted that in real situation, three phases of combustion occur very rapidly. All three phases of combustion and therefore complete process of combustion takes few milliseconds to complete. Therefore, it cannot be distinguished that clearly. The curve in the diagram has been shown hypothetically to present different phases in a clear manner. Next, we take up fuel injection system. During intake stroke, air is sucked inside the cylinder. Next, it is compressed during compression stroke as piston moves upwards. Fuel is injected towards the end of compression stroke. Diesel engines have higher compression ratio as compared to petrol engines. The fuel injection system should be capable of fulfilling the following requirements. Number 1. Metering correct quantity of fuel according to load on engine. Number 2. Injecting the fuel at right time. Number 3. Depending upon load conditions, fuel injection system should provide correct rate of fuel injection. Rate of fuel injection is the amount of fuel injected per unit time. Number 4. It should convert the fuel into extremely fine particles. This is also known as atomized state of fuel. Number 5. It should be capable of providing homogeneous mixture in combustion chamber. Number 6. It should provide same quantity of fuel to each cylinder. Number 7. Injection of fuel should start and terminate instantaneously. In diesel engines, fuel can be injected directly into the combustion chamber. This is termed as direct injection or DI. The diagram represents direct injection system. It shows the intake and exhaust valves, fuel injector, upper portion of piston with rings and combustion chamber. Combustion chamber is provided in the crown of piston. As can be seen, the fuel is directly injected in the combustion chamber. This is done with the help of injector that has spray nozzle as shown. The combustion chamber has contoured shape. The shape of combustion chamber is such that fuel that is sprayed inside it spreads uniformly in whole chamber. The piston is approaching TDC. Compressed air at high temperature ignites the fuel as it is sprayed. The flame is formed. Further, it propagates. The shape of combustion chamber also helps in propagation of flame. The remaining phases of combustion are also completed. In this case, as the fuel is being sprayed directly into the chamber, rate of combustion is high. The high rate of combustion causes noise which is not desirable. Other variant is indirect injection system or IDI. As can be seen in next diagram, apart from intake and exhaust valves and fuel injector, an additional chamber is provided. In the diagram, it is shown as pre-ignition combustion chamber. It is located in the upper portion. Fuel injector sprays fuel inside this chamber. There is a glow plug inside this chamber that ignites the fuel. A passage connects pre-ignition combustion chamber with combustion chamber. As here we have pre-ignition chamber, therefore the size of combustion chamber is small. Combustion begins in pre-ignition combustion chamber and is completed in combustion chamber. This reduces the rate of combustion. The noise during combustion does not occur due to reduced rate of combustion. In diesel engines, mechanical injectors were used in old days. In these injectors, mechanical regulators controlled the flow of fuel. They were complex and had poor response to the varying engine loads. With the passage of time, electronic fuel injectors replaced them. In the previous episode, I explained to you one electronic injector with solenoid. Another variant uses an electromagnetic coil. Referring to diagram, a passage for fuel provides fuel at high pressure as shown on the left hand side of diagram. Electric current is supplied through terminal shown in red on right hand side. The electromagnetic coil produces magnetic force when electric current is passed through it. This causes upward movement of plunger. It stretches the spring that opens the passage of fuel through nozzle and it is sprayed in the combustion chamber. When current is switched off, magnetic force stops acting. The spring regains its shape and causes the downward movement of plunger. This closes the supply of fuel. The current can be supplied to electromagnet instantaneously. Similarly, supply of current can be stopped instantaneously. This makes beginning and termination of fuel supply almost instantaneous. This is one of the requirements of injection system as mentioned earlier. This makes the system highly efficient and accurate. Instead of nozzle, in some systems, pintle is being used. Referring to diagram, there are three views. These views represent three different situations. In the first view, pintle is protruding from hole. There is no fuel supply. In second view, pintle lifts off. A small passage is created. The fuel is at high pressure, so it comes out in the form of a small spray. This happens during first phase of combustion, that is delay period. Small opening allows controlled amount of fuel that reduces the initial rate of combustion. This helps in reducing the noise. Particularly, it is helpful in idling. Further upward movement of pintle increases the orifice area. It makes a spray bigger and more quantity of fuel is injected during the remaining phases of combustion. Wide range of fuel flow rate as per load requirement can be achieved in this system. Now let me talk about fuel injection system. There are a number of systems designed by engineers and being used by different manufacturers. I would be taking up Common Rail Direct Injection System or CRDI. One manufacturer uses CRDI as commercial term that you might have noticed. Other manufacturer has modified it to DICOR. These are different commercial representations of same system. Referring to diagram, distribution pipe is termed here as rail. It provides fuel to individual injectors. The engine under consideration has 4 cylinders. Electronic control module or ECM is connected to injectors through sensors. There is pressure controller on right hand side and pressure sensor on left hand side of rail. On left hand side there is a pressure regulator valve between two fuel pumps. One fuel pump is low pressure fuel pump and it is used to build up initial pressure. On the upper side there is high pressure pump. Fuel passes through filter as it is drawn by pump from fuel tank. The filter removes impurities from fuel before it goes to pump. It passes through pressure regulating valve. The temperature and pressure are regulated as per signal received from ECM. Fuel at high pressure enters the rail. The pressure at which fuel enters the rail is dependent on load conditions. Load conditions are provided to ECM, which conveys it to rail pressure sensor. From rail, fuel goes to each injector. Fuel supply to each cylinder is provided through separate injector. After injecting the fuel to cylinders, excess fuel is sent back to fuel tank through pressure controller. Rail acts as a shared reservoir and therefore it is termed as common rail. Diesel is a poor quality fuel. It has large and heavy particles. It is difficult to atomize them. Fuel at high pressure can be atomized conveniently. High pressure of fuel can be maintained in each injector through common rail. It does not require building up of high pressure in each injector individually. As already mentioned, release of fuel at high pressure improves atomization. Providing atomized fuel to cylinder improves the combustion. Further, it enables to achieve complete combustion. ECM controls different parameters. These are temperature, pressure, and amount of fuel required according to load conditions. ECM also helps in controlling the amount of air that may be required for combustion. Being an electronic device, it is highly accurate. Like mechanical devices, its components do not wear out with time. Therefore, its accuracy and efficiency is not affected with time and use. These are all recent developments, particularly the application of ECM. This has made tremendous improvement in the working of engine. They have become highly fuel efficient. On the other side, we have cleaner emission from engines. With improved engine performance, the automobiles have also become better and more attractive. That is all for today. Thanks for watching the episode.